out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges, don't ask forgiveness. Walk away like I'm someone you hate. Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
If it's over, so fuck it. Just don't act like my love wasn't nothing. Like I wasn't the one you was holding that night, telling all of your secrets and hugging. Guess you right, it's too good to be true. Was the point, all I needed was you. But shit, time after time, I just fussing and fighting each time that you do what you do. And it's cool. Mama said it was fish in the sea, I got lost in the pool. Knew it was coming, I watched how you move, how you turn your back on me and leave me to lose. Remember the text, how you said that you do. Said that you never leave, we would fight till it's due. But as it went on, I was fighting for you. Since the text turned green, why the fuck it ain't blue? Guess you done and I get it. Said you stay and you wanted my name and you left, so I'm guessing that you never meant it. Said you try and hold on cause the love was so strong, now I'm standing alone in this kitchen. Singing sad songs, but I'm knowing that this shit don't last long. If you leaving, then leave cause your bag's gone. But just know you can never come back home.
Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges, don't ask forgiveness. Walk away like I'm someone you hate. Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
If you say that you done it, no take back. Said you fell out of love and I hate that. But see me, I was stuck like a drug, really feeding for love and somehow I can't shake back. When you walked out that door, I was hurting. All the dreams in my head, you was perfect. You remember the very first time that we chilled and I reached for your hand where the nerves at. Time to pass, but shit, that's what it do. It be times I be sick sitting thinking about you. It was that do us part. You gave me the blue, really played with my heart. Left me lost in confused. Like this shit was fake game, but you made it the rules. On my heart, left a scar and a bruise. Hope that you can stand on all the shit that you did. I'm done, y'all finally through.
Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way. Don't ask for all your things back, cussing out my name, yeah, just to go and take back what you say. Burn all the bridges, don't ask forgiveness. Walk away like I'm someone you hate. Don't let me down easy. If you're gonna leave me, baby, go and leave me all the way.
Is how the grass grows. Lost is what you find on a back road. Proofs in the whiskey, reds in the dirt, and hard work stops at the fence road. We stand for the flag, and if you don't like it, we don't care, 'cause we do things a little different round here. We're brave as 18, wearing army green. Truth is in the words in red we read. Pride is what you say about where you're from. Heroes are daddies and mamas are love. Right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah, we're doing things a little different round here. Easy's at the end of a long day. Freeze how you feel, not what you pay. Simple's how we live. Yeah. Thanks is what we give. Roots in the ground's why we stay. Brave as 18, wearing army green. Truth is in the words in red we read. Proud is what you say about where you're from. Heroes are daddies and mamas are love. Yeah, right is right and wrong is wrong. Yeah, we're doing things a little different round here. Doing things a little different round here.
The biggest event of the year is here. MJL World Finals is heading to Salt Lake City for the first time ever.
Ready for this?
Huge air at a Trent Fong, what a start! The best of MJL compete for 4 championships over 2 days.
Corner, Ethan gets a great turn in, back flips it off the side of the...
Don't miss all the skills, thrills, and unbelievable wow moments.
On a bicycle, can he save it?
July 28th through the 29th, live on YouTube.
Mama don't pray for my success anymore, yeah, but mama still prays for me. Seeing the world ain't really seeing the world through a window from A to B. Between alcohol and women, and ROR and adrenaline, I don't ever get no rest. Sign my life away to be the life of the party, yeah, to everybody else. I look like a rock star, in and out of cop cars, living out of suitcase, trashing hotel bars. If I see the sunrise, it's 'cause I stayed up all night, drinking 'cause I need to. Damn it, what a good life, judging by my long hair. You might think I don't care, sitting here sipping and bitching about a spot where people would kill to be, kill to be, kill to be. But y'all, it ain't as good as it seems. This living a dream is killing me, killing me, killing me. It's killing me, killing me, killing me. Another day, another venue. There's trouble to get into, and love ain't on the menu again. Lonely as an eagle, I meet 1,000 people who think I got 1,000 friends. There's a stranger in the mirror. But according to the pictures, I'm a rock star, in and out of cop cars, living out of suitcase, trashing hotel bars. If I see the sunrise, it's 'cause I stayed up all night, drinking 'cause I need to. Damn it, what a good life, judging by my long hair. You might think I don't care, sitting here sipping and bitching about a spot where people would kill to be, kill to be, kill to be. But y'all, it ain't as good as it seems. This living a dream is killing me, killing me, killing me. It's killing me, killing me, killing me. Killing me, killing me, killing me. There's a strength.
As we continue getting ready for tonight's competitions, it's time for Track X, brought to you by Sim Monsters. Our first competition tonight is Monster Jam Live Racing. You will start with both Monster Jam Live trucks staged at the starting line. After you see 2 amber lights, the final light will go green and our drivers will hit the throttle and begin navigating this challenging course. Races could be won off the line, in the straightaways with raw horsepower, or with technical skill in the corners. That's where the skill, seat time, and precision of our drivers will come into play. Each competitor has the option to take the turn in a smooth, wide drift, never taking their foot off the gas, or they will slightly pump the brakes and take a tight, narrow corner, avoiding the obstacles and accelerating to the finish line. Next up is the 2-wheel skills challenge, where our superstars will attempt multiple 2-wheel skill maneuvers to wow the judges, using only 2 of their 4 BKT tires, or perhaps 1 on the occasion. In this competition, you will see technical combination moves combining skill, concentration, and balance to pull off some amazing maneuvers like stoppies, moonwalks, sky wheelies, poppers, skid marks, and whatever new innovative tricks our Monster Jam Live superstars can dream of. Tonight's final competition is Freestyle. Our Monster Jam Live drivers will compete to earn the score by performing the most dynamic freestyle run consisting of big air, combinations, technical maneuvers, and wow moments. One of the wows you might see tonight is a backflip. Our drivers have perfected the backflip run as they line up their Monster Jam Live truck at the right angle, Accelerate at nearly full throttle and pump the brakes as the truck defies gravity off the ramp, ending with an astonishing bounce on its BKT tires. This has been Track X, brought to you by Sim Monsters.
Remember back in the day when you taught me to live and I taught you to pray. We went in the battle together, no matter the weather, we never delayed. You gave me commands, I always obeyed. I never let you go astray. I never thought I'd see the day that you would come and just betray me. Sick of playing silly games, you never loved me anyway. You should not have let me get away, cause now I'm hunting for my prey. I'm bigger, I'm better, my mind is a weapon. I won't ever let up. You try to break me down and I'ma just get up. They ask me how I did it, I'ma just tell them I rose up. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life. Coming back stronger. I will arise. Staring at you from afar, analyzing every scar, asking myself how we got here. Remember, this is who we are. I am not here for revenge. I did not come to make amends. Not here to repent for my sins. I just came here to win. I just came here to end. I just came here to fight. Show you everything you said I couldn't be. I became overnight. This for the blood, this is for the tears, this is for my pain and my plight. Two walked in, but only one of us is walking out of here tonight. I'm a survivor. Fight for my life.
Two. I got three favorite letters and let me spell them out for you. And they say USA, where I wish everything was made. Every truck, every boot, and every tool. Yeah, I got three favorite colors, and that's red, white, and blue.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we held at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rugged red glare, the bombs burst
time to meet your series' top competitors. From Naples, Florida, defending his series championship, driving JCB Digatron. Are you ready? Jackson Mesaros. From Cranford, New Jersey, the most winningest driver in Sim Monsters history, two-time MJL World Finals champion, Mark Culinary. From Chesapeake, Virginia, driving for Team Megalodon, Alex Fox.
So I arrived, naked and cold. A welcome change from the abeyance of a ghost town catacomb. No need for counsel, I appreciate the time. I'm not alone. There were days, these child eyes would overlook the ugliness and fantasize. I found my heart for the first time and I awakened in me. I left myself to navigate and oh, I felt control.
It's useless.
From Roanoke, Virginia, your reigning World Finals racing champion, driving Gravedigger, Cold Champion.
Now on the day I was born, the nurses all gathered round, and they gazed in wide wonder at the joy they had found. The head nurse spoke up, said, "Leave this one alone." She could tell right away that I was bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to beautiful Anaheim, California for Rigs Abroad's Monster Jam Live Stadium Series West. Hi everybody, I'm your host, Stankus Johnson, keeping you up to speed with all the high-flying monster truck action for tonight. Last week we were in Glendale, Arizona. The points battle only got even closer, as Alex Box would cross the line first and get another racing trophy for his collection. But it was a Cole Champion Masterclass, as he would double down in skills and freestyle to take home the overall event championship. But after a 3-week hiatus, it is now anyone's game as we get another inch closer to that prestigious automatic invite to the World Finals. It all starts right here in round 1 of racing. Well, coming up first on the chopping block, representing Team Tomfoolery, Julian DeShazier in Jester. got a tough opponent representing Team Overboard, Aaron Lurie, El Toro Loco. Two men leading their respective teams on the independent scene. This is going to be a good race from start to finish. As we go green, first race of tonight. Looks like a good start for Aaron Lurie. Kind of had to check up right there. Julian DeShazier might have got a little bit of ground up. But in the end, either way, Aaron Lurie is just tackling those turns like no tomorrow. Julian DeShazier is going to have to try again next week. Another driver from Team Overboard, Devin Doss in the Black Pearl. Taking on his opponent, Izzy Martinez in Son of a Digger. These two guys have been bad fast throughout all the racing competitions this year. This is definitely a race that is going to come down to the wire. Son of a Digger is currently ready, lined up. Black Pearl is just coming out. Alright, both drivers are officially lined up. We're about to go green. Perfect start from Devin Dawson, the Black Pearl. Izzy Martinez right behind him. Looks like Devin Dawson might have had a really wide turn, meaning Izzy Martinez did get up a bit of ground. But look at the speed from Devin Dawson. It's going to be down to the wire. Looks like Izzy Martinez and Son of a Digger might have got the speed needed. We're going to have to go down to the replay. Look at this. For a second, I thought Devin Doss was going to get the victory, but I think Izzy Martinez might have spoiled it for us. And yes, it is confirmed. It looks like your winner is going to be Izzy Martinez in Son of a Digger. Izzy Martinez, of course, getting a 16.531. Devin Doss getting a 16.92. That was a close race from beginning to end. If that doesn't tell you what kind of action we're going to get, I don't know what will. Well, representing Tomfoolery Motorsports, Keyshawn Pettyman in Kraken. He'll be taking on his teammate. Looks like, however, he might end up getting a bye run against his teammate. That being, of course, Corey New in Excalibur. Never mind, he is coming out onto the track as it seems. Of course, he just saw his teammate Julian DeShazier get knocked out of round one. Either way with this race, a Tomfoolery truck will make it to the next round. Alright, Keyshawn Pennyman currently lined up in Kraken. Corey New and Excalibur officially getting onto the track. For a second, I thought we were going to have a bye run. But it looks like they are officially lined up. Brother versus brother, teammate versus teammate, Indy versus Indy. Let's go racing. Perfect start from Keyshawn Pennyman and Kraken. Looks like Corey New might have either been sleeping on the line a little bit, or maybe even Keyshawn Pennyman could have red lit. But either way, Corey New is all over the place right now. This is definitely going to be an easy pass for Keyshawn Pennyman and Kraken. He's going to go across the line with ease. Keyshawn Pennyman getting an 18.14. Excalibur looks like he did not get a time in. Excalibur was just all over the place throughout that race. Well, coming up next is the new guy to drive this truck, Jackson Mazzaros in JCB Tigatron. Taking on a longtime veteran, Joshua Tavares in Monster Mutt. Of course, normally we're used to JCB Tigatron being driven by Jack Merkel. Unfortunately, he had some outside issues and had to forfeit his spot in the season. Let me tell you, he has got a great guy to go behind the wheel of this truck. Jackson Mazzaros currently lined up. They are waiting for Joshua Tavares to get to the line. Looks like he is pulling up. They're about to go green. What a perfect start from both drivers as they both go dead even into the first turn. Look at the speed, though, from Jackson Mazzaros. But again, Joshua Tavares staying right with him. It looks like Joshua Tavares might have gone on his two-side tires, which means Jackson Mazzaros is going to make it to the next round. Joshua Tavares and Monster Mutt will get a 17.5. Jackson Mazzaros with a 16.8. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that wraps up round one as we are about to get into round two of racing. Already have we had some pretty intense races in the first round. It's going to be interesting to see what they're going to do throughout this race. Well, here he comes, last week's racing winner, Alex Fox in Megalodon. Of course, taking on his opponent, Aaron Lurie and El Todo Loco, out of Team Overboard. Animal versus Animal, Bull versus Shark, Land versus Sea. It's going to be an interesting race. Two chassis that are really good for racing. But in the end, only one of these guys can make it to the next round. Perfect start for both drivers. They go into that first turn. Aaron Lurie might have cut it a little bit tighter. But again, Alex Fox just being a little bit cleaner. Aaron Lurie was a little bit messy right there into that turn. And it looks like in the end, it might be an automatic win for Alex Fox Megalodon. But Aaron Lurie almost went over right at the end. Time coming in for Alex Fox Megalodon at 16.9 or 16.3. Takes out one of the fastest times so far. Aaron Lurie and El Toro Loco gets a 17.2. Here comes that big bad unicorn. It is Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash. Taking on, of course, the bad fast Izzy Martinez in Son of a Digger. That big blue wheelies, they go off the line. Great start for both drivers. Looks like Izzy Martinez might just have a little bit of speed, but Trent Fung is staying with them. This is going to be a drag race towards the end. Who is going to get it? I don't know who got that. We're going to have to go down to the replay. What a race beginning the end. Let's just break this down right here. We thought this was going to be a bloodbath for Izzy Martinez, but look at this. Trent Fung, man, he stood his ground. Looks like Sparkle Smash might have gotten over the line a little bit better. Times coming in, Sparkle Smash gets a 16.62. And for Izzy Martinez, a 16.5. Which means it looks like your fastest time, or the faster time, goes to Izzy Martinez. But in the end, though, it looks like Sparkle Smash did cross the line first, automatically making Trent Fung the winner. Wow, what an upset! But coming up next is a man who needs no introduction, Cold Champion in Gravedigger. And of course his opponent, Keyshawn, Pennyman, and Kraken. Guys, had a bit of an up and down season so far. Just hasn't been the biggest fan of this chassis. They go green, good start for Keyshawn Pennyman. But you gotta remember all that speed from Cold Champion and Gravedigger. Right now, though, it looks like Keyshawn Pennyman might have that extra speed, but look at Cold Champion take that turn as he overtakes Keyshawn Pennyman right at the end. Wow, that was an unexpected finish. Well, times coming in, Cold Champion gets a 16.282. That makes him the fastest time of the competition so far. Kraken, of course, gets a 17.49. Either way, that was an amazing race from start to finish. Well, here comes another amazing race. Here comes Mark Culinary in Wildside. Of course, his opponent is going to be Jackson Mazzaros in JCB Digatron. They are lined up and ready. They go green. Once again, another perfect start for both drivers. Looks like Mark Culinary might have had a slightly faster turn. Jackson Mazzaros going to have to play catch-up. It's going to come down to the final turn. But in the end, it looks like Mark Culinary might have gotten the win. But I am not too sure about that right now. They are going to go down to the times. Jackson Mazzaros or Mark Culinary will get a 16.433. Jackson Mazzaros gets a 16.632, which means your winner is going to be Mark Culinary in Wildside. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are about to get into the semifinals. Was first race of the semifinals is going to be Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash taking on Alex Fox and Megalodon. Now, one thing I gotta say, Trent Fung has had a very hard season for him so far, so to finally make it to the semis, this is probably a really big moment for him, probably a lot of emotion flowing. But of course, he has a massive weight he has to push to the side if he wants to get a chance at a racing win. It looks like they go green. What a start for Trent Fung and Sparkle Smash. Alex Box slept off the line a little bit, but either way, the speed from Alex Box is unmatched. It's going to come down to the final turn. Looks like Alex Box might have gotten a win, but times coming in for Alex Box is a 16.4. For Trent Fung, a 16.65. It's like your winner is going to be Alex Box and Megalodon, but either way, an amazing race from beginning to end from both drivers. And Trent Fung has to feel really good about himself for putting up a competition like that. Well, here comes our next race. Mark Culinary in Wildside versus Cole Champion in Gravedigger. These are two very competitive racers. Go Green, a little bit sleeping off the line for Cole Champion right there. Really close race so far. Mark Culinary has a slight edge, but anything can happen in this final turn, as we've seen before. Cole Champion had a bit of a sloppy last turn. So it looks like Mark Culinary might have made it to the next round. Mark Culinary's time will be a 16.4. Cole Champion, it'll be a 16.2. 16.2, so, but either way, Mark Culinary made it to the line first, which means that your winner is going to be Mark Culinary in Wildside.
Buddy, you're a boy, make a big noise, playing in the street, gonna be a big man someday. You got mud on your face, you big disgrace, kicking your can all over the place, singing, we will, we will.
Ladies and gentlemen, as we go into the finals, up first, Mark Culinary in Wildside. But can he take out the reigning racing winner, Alex Box in Megalodon? One thing I gotta say though, you gotta keep in mind, sure, Alex Box has been on a roll with these racing competitions, but you also have to remember one thing. Mark Culinary is probably one of the better racers out there. One of the winningest drivers in Sim Monsters history. That is a guy that you cannot underestimate in a competition like this. Well, both drivers are officially getting staged and lined up. It's going to be all for the marbles right here. In the words of Darryl Waltrip, boogity, 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 let's go racing, boys. Perfect start for both drivers. Looks like Alex Box might have a slight advantage, but Mark Culinary, playing catch-up as fast as he possibly can, is going to come down to the final turn. Looks like Mark Culinary is going to get the racing win. Mark Culinary in Wildside is your racing winner here in Anaheim, California.
Truck, big lift, old roads, we been tearing up since way back when. But these wheels are innocent. New hitch, new seats, no hit story, and you just can't fake that. So let's change that, girl. Let's go put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king. We could break it in if you know what I mean. Put some miles on it. We could break it in if you know what I mean. All night, no brakes, I'll tell, no gate. Ain't gotta try too hard. My baby's push to start. I'll torque, full speed, off-road on me. 0 to 100 fast. My foot ain't touched the gas. I said, hey baby, slow it down, let's make it last. You said, where's the fun in that? Yeah, let's go put some miles on it. Back of the Chevy with the engine running. Just you and me in a truck bed wide like a California king.
Oh my!
Got it perfectly on the two side wheels.
And puts it into a nose pick.
Two side wheels. He is sidewalling it. Hang on, Felipe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially made it to the ROR MJL skills competition. Drivers will have 2 hits. Drivers will have 2 hits to do whatever they can on 2 BKT tires. They can do it on the side tires, the rear tires, the back tires. Heck, they can even do it with 1 tire if they wanted to. And coming up first is going to be the leader of Tomfoolery Motorsports, Julian DeShazier in Jester. Julian DeShazier feeling very confident right now, especially with this, how wild this track is. Beautiful 10th anniversary body for Jester. What is his first hit? What is he going to do to kick off the skills competition tonight? Looks like he might be going for a popper. Making sure it is perfectly lined up. And there we go, stands it on the front 2, almost lost it for a second, made sure to recover it. Keeping it on those back 2 BKT tires as long as possible. Got his second hit to go. What's he gonna do now? Looks like he might be trying to do something off this big ramp right here, right by the backflip. Maybe trying to do a little bit of a popper. There we go, stands it up on the front 2 BKT tires, almost lost it. Had to bail right there. Give it up for Julian DeShazier in Jester. Well, to start us off in the competition, a 6.987, a respectful score to start off the skills competition. Here comes from Team Overboard Racing, Devin Doss and Black Pearl. Devin Dawson having some really good skills to run this season. Has been doing a lot of stuff that we haven't seen from other drivers, including popping a stoppie without having to rebound the back tires, which is something that can be really stressful on the chassis. But it's clear that the team has this thing wired in. What is his first hit going to be, though? Looks like he might be going for something off of this racing ramp. Maybe a reverse popper. Get it back. Get stood up on the back 2 BKT tires. Land it for a second. And then transfers it into a stoppie, or transitions it into a stoppie. Perfect reaction. He almost landed it onto the 4 BKT tires. Not exactly what you want for the skills comp. Let me tell you what, a good first hit. Pops it into another slap wheelie. Perfect combo for Devin Doss and Black Pearl. That was all one hit. Now he's just got a second one to do in order to cement himself with a good score. Gonna go for that popper, pops it up on the front 2 BKT tires, stands it up on the back 2. Perfect reaction time. He's on one wheel right now, walking it across the track. Went into a bit of a bicycle right there off the racing ramp. That was a really good reaction right there from Devin Doss and Black Pearl. Well, scores coming in is a 7.975. That will put him in first place. Well, here comes the new guy, Corey New in Excalibur. Representing Tomfoolery Motorsports, he just saw his teammate come out 2 trucks before. Now he's got to do whatever he can, make sure that Tomfoolery can get back on top for the two-wheel skills competition. I've got to say, this truck has had a lot of good moments this season, and I think Corey New is a pretty good piece right now. So it's going to be really interesting to see how exactly is he going to get used to this ride. Looks like he's going to go off the jammer first. Maybe going to try and go for a bit of a slap wheelie. Pops it up onto the back two BKT tires. Perfect sky wheelie. Nosedives it for a second. Can he get the save? Perfect recovery. That was all one hit. That was an amazing combo. Question is, what is his second hit going to be? He's already got the crowd on notice. So what is he going to have to do now to make sure he can establish himself as a possible contender for a win? Oh, well, we can see what he's going to do right now. About to do a reverse popper. Full speed ahead. Not exactly what he wanted for his second hit. Nonetheless, a valiant effort for Corey New in Excalibur. Scores coming in for Corey New and Excalibur, a 6.234. Not enough to take the lead, but that will sit him right now in third place. Who let the dogs out? It is Joshua Tavares in Monster Mutt. Joshua Tavares, another one of those guys who's in a very up and down season. Some shows he will be absolutely dominant, and then other ones he'll just kind of fall apart. But either way, this truck has fit him perfectly, especially with some of the moves we have seen out of him. Gonna go for a popper on his first hit, making sure to keep it steady, staying concentrated. Walks it over the ramp. Make sure he doesn't fall off the side of it. That was great awareness right there. Turning it onto the side. Uses all that momentum to pop it into a wheelie. Perfect combo for his first hit. So he's got a lot of speed going. He's going to go into the bicycle. What's he going to do right here? Maybe try to turn it into a sidewall. Maybe even try and bounce it onto the other side tires. Is he going to try and walk it onto the ramp? Oh, good goodness. Can he save it? Got shut off before he could pull the save. Either way, what a dramatic moment for Joshua Tavares in Monster Mutt. Score setting an 8.005. That'll just barely put him in first place. Your new leader, Joshua Tavares in Monster Mutt. Well, here comes the leader of Team Overboard, Aaron Lurie, El Toro Loco. Possibly going to do what Excalibur did. He's going to go for a slap wheelie. Bounce it on the front two tires. Is he going to use this? Yes, he will. Transitions it into a stoppie. That was textbook perfect. Couldn't get any better. Now all he's got to do is walk it back. That will cement his first hit. Now, what is his second hit going to be? Going to navigate the track, consider all his ideas. Is he possibly going to go for a reverse popper? Going back at a lot of speed, but he keeps it up in balance. Pops up into another slap wheelie. and then uses all that momentum to move it into a stoppie. Can it pop back on its tires? Yes, it will by sheer gravity. Aaron Lurie gets it back on all four BKT tires. Scores coming in 8.350. We got a new leader, Aaron Lurie, El Toro Loco. Here's a guy who definitely probably isn't the happiest camper right now. Izzy Martinez in Son of a Digger. Now, Izzy Martinez was unexpectedly knocked out of round 2 by Trent Fung and Sparkle Smash. He definitely wants to make sure he can stay at the top spot. He's going to do that by bouncing it onto side 2 BKT tires with a bicycle. Was able to transition it onto the other side using that jammer. But again, it looks like that bad luck is gonna strike him again. Nonetheless, a great attempt for Izzy Martinez and Son of a Digger. Only gonna give him a score above 5 though. Man, there's no way he is feeling pleased about that. Well, here's a guy who definitely has potential to take the lead. Keyshawn Pennyman in Kraken. Last guy out for Top Foolery and Motorsports. Can he put them back on the top spot once more? They go into a butt kicker. Bouncing it between both front BKT tires. Kind of bouncing between left and right. Perfect moves. Uses that momentum to bounce it onto the front 2 tires. A little cattywampus right there. Made the right decision to set it down. Still got one more hit left. What is he going to do right here? Might have noticed that he clipped the jammer and realized what he could do with it. Pops it into a bicycle, onto the jammer. Now, he did land onto the front 4 VKT tires. But, man, a little bit too much speed right there. Keyshawn Pennyman putting the crowd on their feet, though. What a second move. Gotta say, that first move with the butt kicker definitely put the fans on their feet. Scores are coming in a 7.843. Not enough to take the lead, though. Sitting comfortably in 4th place, though. Well, here comes the new guy, Jackson Mazzaros in JCB Tigatron. And one thing you guys have to notice, they have been off for about 2 to 3 weeks. So they've definitely kind of faltered a little bit since then. This is all going to come down to who has practiced the most. And Jackson Mazzaro's popping it up into a stoppie onto the pod. Walks it back. Has a lot of speed moving back, but makes sure to keep it steady. Got a lot of concentration going on right now. What is he going to do with this? Maybe he's going to pop it into a wheelie. Yes, he will. One of the cleanest transitions we've seen so far. Got a little bit of a stoppie on the ramp. Tried to walk it up. Couldn't have to set it down, but either way, He's definitely put himself in contention for the lead. Wow, what a move for Jackson Mazzaros. Second hit's going to be a bicycle. Going to do what Keyshawn Pennyman did. He's going to walk it over the pod. Make sure to keep it on the side for as long as possible. Gotta watch out for those containers. And uses all that momentum to bounce it back up into a slap wheelie. Two perfect combos for Jackson Mazzaros and JCB Digatron. What a perfect move. .936. Your new leader is Jackson Mazzaros and JCB Digatron. Here comes a man who's probably on cloud 9 right now. Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash. Trent Fung shocked us all tonight by taking out Izzy Martinez in Son of a Digger. Question is, can he keep the ball rolling? Gotta remember, he also had a really close race with Alex Box and Megalodon. So he's definitely put some people on notice, but I don't think he's gonna put them on notice this way. Looks like all that jet lag he has had from the last 2 weeks just caught up to him. Give it up for Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash. So it's coming in a 2.69. Not exactly where you want to be on the scoreboard. Nonetheless, he's still going to come out next week to throw it down. Well, here comes the man who made it to the semis, Cold Champion in Gravedigger. Cold Champion, last time he won the skills competition. The question is, can he go back-to-back? He knows what he has to do. Score to beat is currently an 8.936. And Jackson Mazzaros and JCB Digatron. And look at this. This is an interesting way to start it off. It was right in between the cars and the racing lane to pop up that bicycle. That was a really unique way of starting it off, and that's kind of what you have to do, is be creative. And oh, keep it steady, Cold Champion. On one BKT tire for a second. What's he gonna do? He's gonna do what Jackson Mazzaros did. Gonna pop it into a wheelie. Amazing first hit. He's got one more to go. If he can do something good right here, he's definitely possibly going to cement himself as the winner. Here we go, another bicycle, going to pop it onto the side to BKT tires once more, transition it onto the other side. Oh, it's on one wheel for a second. Hang on there, Cole. Sidewalls it, puts it on all four BKTs. Perfect run for Cold Champion and Gravedigger. The question is that enough to take it away from JCB Digatron? Not enough. 8.870. That will put him in second place. Well, here comes the racing runner-up from tonight, Alex Box in Megalodon. Definitely a man who wants to redeem himself after losing to Mark Culinary and Wildside. We've seen this guy get quite a few skills wins this season, so there's no doubt if he can redeem himself, he's going to redeem himself here. Navigating the track, looks like he knows what he wants. Is possibly going to bounce it on to the 8-pack. Oh, was able to keep it on the front 2 tires. Oh, almost went over for a second. One thing, you got to be careful when you hit the brakes a bit too sudden. Like I say, it's working for him. Bounces it into another stoppie. He is just keeping it up there as long as possible. The transmission currently crying uncle. And once again, transitions it into another move, this being a wheelie. And that will end his first hit. Great first combo for Alex Box and Megalodon. However, he has still got one more hit to go in order to cement himself as a possible leader. Gonna go into a bicycle. Almost just went over the racing ramp regularly. Was able to get onto the side 2 tires. What's he gonna do right here? Gonna make sure to keep it safe. Couldn't transition it to the other side, but nonetheless a great second hit for Alex Box and Megalodon. Well, scores coming in for Alex Box in Megalodon. An 8.649. Not enough to take the lead. Well, here comes tonight's racing winner. Currently the only guy who can double down. Mark Culinary, Wild Side. Mark Culinary having a good night so far. Like I just said, he won racing earlier tonight. Can he get a skills one to go along with it? Well, looks like this is how he's going to do it. Gonna bounce it into a stoppie. Almost lost it, but was able to bounce it into a wheelie. Bounce it into another stoppie. And almost went over for a second. Used the throttle properly. Was able to use that power to get into another wheelie, which he went straight to the jammer. There is some perfect thinking right now throughout this whole run. What's he going to do now with this? Is he going to walk it all the way back? No, going to set it down. Better safe than sorry. Got his second hit to go. He has currently cemented himself as a potential winner. Another popper. What's he gonna do? He's gonna try and block it up the ramp. Amazing second hit for Mark Culinary and Wild Side. But will it be enough to possibly double down? No, it will not. At 8.591.
You say I'll never change. I'm just to go around town with some gasoline, just trying to bomb a flame. Gonna burn the whole place down. And how do you explain ever falling in love with a guy like me in the first place? And turn around and say that I'm the worst thing. I guess I'm the problem. And your mess never do no wrong. If I'm so awful, then why'd you stick around this long? And if it's the whiskey, then why you keep on pulling it off the shelf? You hate that when you look at me, you halfway see yourself. And it got me thinking, if I'm the problem, well, you might be the reason. We try to go our separate ways, and we're back and forth like a swinging door. And tomorrow's like yesterday. Some days better than the night before, and you're back with me again. Then you go and tell your friends that I'm the problem. And your mess never do no wrong. If I'm so awful, then why'd you stick around this long? And if it's the whiskey, Why you keep on pulling it off the shelf? You hate that when you look at me, you halfway see yourself, and it got me thinking, if I'm the problem, well, you might be the reason. If I'm such a waste of breath, such a waste of time, then why are you on your way to waste another Friday night? If I'm the problem, and your mess never do no wrong. If I'm
This is all or nothing. Are you ready for this?
The biggest event of the year is here. MJL World Finals is heading to Salt Lake City for the first time ever.
Are you ready for this?
Huge air at it, Trent Fong, what a start! The best of MJL compete for 4 championships over 2 days.
Corner, Ethan gets a great turn in, backflips it off the side of the...
Don't miss all the skills, thrills, and unbelievable wow moments.
On a bicycle, can he save it?
July 28th through the 29th, live on YouTube.
glass shards sticking out of my heart. Now the summer is subsided for the rain. Last time, take a look in these eyes, spend eternity escaping from the pain. Whoa, last chance when the hummingbirds dance and the rivers overflowing on its banks. Hold tight when the weather is right. There's another better ways to take your place. Whoa. Alarm, I could have sworn that something else. False alarm, I could have sworn that something else was going on. False alarm, I could have sworn that something else. Glass shards sticking out of my heart. Now the summer is subsided for the rain. Last time, take a look in these eyes, spend eternity escaping from the pain.
Can he save it? Bring it back, that's the save.
Another massive leap!
And here we go.
Oh my goodness!
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we have reached the pinnacle of tonight's event, ROR MJL Freestyle. Drivers will have 2 minutes on the clock to navigate this track and do whatever they can to get a high score. Drivers will do backflips, big air, big saves, donuts, anything you can imagine. But if they flip it onto the side or onto the roof, they are officially done for tonight. Well, coming up is the guy who, like I said before about Trent Fung, he is currently on Cloud 9. Jackson Mazzaros and JCB Degatron. Of course, I like to say Trent Fung's on Cloud 9, but it currently feels like he's on Cloud 7. Of course, Jackson Mazzaros had a major skills win tonight. He's currently one of the only guys who can double down, the other guy being Mark Culinary and Wildside. We will officially kick off his run. Of course, like we said, originally this was driven by Jack Merkel, but unfortunately had to step down and forfeit his position. Now Jackson Mazzaros is behind the wheel, and I gotta say, he's already left an impression on us. Got 20 seconds left. One thing you gotta remember, drivers have to fill 30 seconds of the clock in order to be eligible for a score. And I've got to say, he is using this track really well right now. Of course, speaking of the 30-second rule, he has filled 30 seconds. This means no matter what happens after this, he is going to get a score. I've got to say, he is going jump to jump right now, just move after move. He is holding up right now, and there's that big air that we were waiting for. And a great combo right there. Just goes right into the racing ramp. Didn't even think about braking. First backflip of the night. Ooh, hard landing on the backside. But either way, that truck is still intact. Got 50 seconds left on the clock for Jackson Mazzaros and JCB Digatron. Gotta say, all of a sudden, he's starting to go much more aggressive on this track. He realizes that no matter what, he's gonna get a score. He's now got 30 seconds left on the clock. He's got to do something big if he wants to make sure he is in contention for the win. Oh, was on the side two tires for a second. Getting great momentum right now. Great moves like that slap wheelie, or that wasn't really a slap wheelie, just a regular wheelie. He's got about 10 seconds left on the clock. He's going to go on the side. Hard hit on the cage. And he's going to keep going for the last few seconds on the clock. That is definitely what is going to cement that score. Give it up for Jackson Mazzaros and JCB Digatron. Scores coming in for Jackson Mazzaros. Score is going to be an 8.654. An amazing score to start off the competition. Well, coming up next, it is the PEI legend himself, Keyshawn Pennyman in Kraken. Of course, I call him the PEI legend because you gotta say, Keyshawn Pennyman, man, he absolutely loves driving these PEI chassis. He thinks they are absolutely perfect for him. And I've gotta say, some of the competitions that we've seen so far with him, it's been really showing that. And with a great leap to start off like that, he has definitely proven our point. Of course, lost quite a bit of momentum right there. Kind of had to bounce back. And speaking of bouncing back, watch he bounces it back into multiple wheelies. That's one thing he started to become kind of known for, is doing those double slap wheelies. And it's really started to get the crowd on their feet as of lately. About to fill 30 seconds on the clock, since he is going to be eligible for a time. Cross threads it. That's one other thing. These guys will make the cross-threading look easy. There's that double slap wheelie once more. Like we said before, Keyshawn Pennyman has kind of become known to do a lot of two-wheel skills hits within his freestyle run. Oh! Hard hit on the front end, but either way, he keeps going. I've got to say, his momentum is kind of a little unstable, but he's got a lot of good moves right now that can put him in contention for a really high score. Got less than a minute on the clock right now. Keyshawn Pennyman in Kraken representing Tomfoolery Motorsports. More big air over the pond. Another transfer. Oh, on two wheels. Can he save it? Puts on the front two tires. That was smart thinking right there. Was kind of in a bit of a sticky situation and made the most of it. What's he going to do right here? Cross threads it. Gets a backflip out of it. That's one of those things we talk about. How you have to do something unique. He did a backflip off of something that is not meant to do a backflip. Keyshawn Pennyman got 15 seconds left on the clock to do something that will cement him a potential win. I've got to say, he's got some really good moves right now. Got 5 seconds left on the clock. This will be his last move. He's going to go for the bicycle to moonwalk. It's on one wheel for a second. What a run for Keyshawn Pennyman in Kraken. The question is, will that be enough to take the lead from Jackson Mazzaros and JCB Digatron. Just short of taking the lead, 8.495. Nonetheless, that'll be a great score for second place. Here comes the leader of Team Overboard Motorsports, Aaron Lurie, El Toro Loco. The Crazy Bull is out and he is ready to tear up the track. Aaron Lurie has a freestyle win so far in the season. Can he get another? Well, looks like he's going to go for he's become known for. The backflip on the first hit that will start off his time. Uses that momentum to pop it into a wheelie. Another massive leap off of the pond already. Is this guy amping it up to 11, maybe even amping it up to 12 with some of these hits already within 20 seconds of the clock. Aaron Lurie is throwing down and showing that he is not here to play games, ladies and gentlemen. He has spilled 30 seconds on the clock. He is eligible for a score now. I gotta say, in Spanish, this truck has the word crazy in the name. And with a run like this so far, that name is being lived up to. Especially after massive leaps like that goes into the mini flip. Gotta say, he has got some brilliant momentum right now. One thing he's got to do is he's got to make sure he can cement himself a potential win for this competition. One thing he's got to do if he wants that is he's got to make sure to fill as much time as possible. He's got less than a minute left. Massive leap. A little bit cattywampus over the racing ramp, but he pulls it back down. He is pulling wow factor after wow factor, banger after banger, bicycle into moonwalk. He is doing more moves than I can react to. He's got less than 30 seconds left on the clock. Even if he doesn't fill time now, he is gonna get a great score for this. Less than 10 seconds left on the clock. What can he do for his final few moves? Thinks he's gonna send it over the ramp. More big air. That's gonna be time. This really will count for score. Cage shots it, or cradle shots it onto the 8-pack. What a run for Aaron Lurie and El Toro Loco. Wow, that was just move after move. That was a master at work. It looks like it is going to help him out, because his score is an 8.969. Your new leader is Aaron Lurie and El Toro Loco.
DJ, yoo-hoo.
Ladies and gentlemen, they are currently working on Izzy Martinez and Son of a Digger. They will give him time to work on the truck. Well, let's just have a rundown of what has happened so far this event. Currently, we have Trent Fung and Sparkle Smash shocking everybody by taking out Izzy Martinez and Son of a Digger. And speak of the devil, it looks like they got his truck working again. Here he comes, Izzy Martinez, Son of a Digger. Guy who has not had the night he wants so far. And he really wants to make up for it any way he can. I think Freestyle is going to be how he's going to do it. Izzy Martinez knocked out in round 2. And there's how he's going to start it. Massive leap to start the time. His 2 minutes have officially started. Izzy Martinez, look at the throttle rhythm he has so far, just not letting off one bit. Just turning it around immediately after. Already filled 20 seconds. He's got some of the biggest hits so far already. One thing he's got to do is he's got to be careful. Make sure that truck either doesn't take enough damage for them to get shut off or for him to accidentally roll over early. But he's already filled 30 seconds. He is eligible for a score. I say right now, he's giving Aaron Lurie a run for his money. Another massive leap off the pod. Can he save it? The bad luck strikes once more. Izzy Martinez and son of a digger just hasn't had the night he has wanted. Nonetheless, threw down an absolute burner while he could. Of course, going to get a 6.486. That will put him in 4th place. Now, one thing I remember, this is going to really strike the point standings by a lot. I mean, this has not been the best night for Izzy Martinez. I wonder how this is going to shake things up. Here comes the next driver out of Team Overboard, Devin Doss in Black Pearl. Currently, his teammate is sitting at the top of the leaderboard. He wants to make sure that another driver from Team Overboard can get into that top 30 spot. What's his first hit going to be? Massive sky wheelie off of the racing lane to start himself off. Already has he got the crowd on their feet. Long distance leap right there from Black Pearl. Already got 15 seconds down. He's got many more seconds to go. He's already going pretty aggressive, I gotta say. Of course, Devin Doss has had some amazing moments so far this season, but he still has yet to get that win. He's got 30 seconds off the clock. That means he is eligible for a score now. Another massive leap. Went a little bit cattywampus right there. Devin Doss and Black Pearl standing it up on one tire. Lands it back on all 4. He is going full high risk, high reward right now, especially at the move like that. Just threw the butt kicker up. Gonna do the backflip. Huge rotation. Tried to get it into the moonwalk, but he couldn't get enough momentum to do that. Either way, he's got less than 60 seconds on the clock. Massive cross thread. Oh my goodness, can he put it back? Hard cage shot in the back, but either way, they're gonna let him keep going. He's on his 2 tires, saves it once more. Again, just doing more than I can react to. He is just going no holds barred right now. 30 seconds left on the clock. He is putting a run for his teammates' money. Got 20 seconds left on the clock. What can he do to make sure that he gets a guaranteed lead? Looks like he might be preparing for something. Got 10 seconds left on the clock. Gonna gas it. Massive leap. Starts to dive bomb it, but a perfect downside. A few more seconds, saves it, back on all 4 BKT tires. What a run! Devin Doss just decides to trash it right at the end. Wow, what a way to finish it off. Devin Doss in the Black Pearl. The question is that going to be enough to take the lead away from his teammate, Aaron Lurie in El Toro Loco? Well, looks like his competition is going to be walking the plank. He gets a 9.098. Your new leader, Devin Doss in Black Pearl. Here comes a guy who really wants to get some points on the board right now. Julian DeShazier in Jester. Leader of Tomfoolery Motorsports just comes right out off the bat with a great leap off the pod. One thing I've got to say is he's definitely been a lot more safe than some of the other drivers, just making sure not to risk his equipment. And I've got to say, it's worked to an extent, but I think one thing he needs right now is one of those wow factors that can really establish himself as a competitor. About to fill 30 seconds on the clock. Of course, you guys all know what that means by now. Now got 90 seconds left. Kind of seems a little bit lost on the track right now. Perfect sky wheelie. Of course, Julian DeShazier, his team has had a really good season so far. But it's clear Julian DeShazier has been very technical with his runs. Pops it into a wheelie, into another slap wheelie, just like his teammate, into a third one. Wow, a triple slap wheelie from Julian DeShazier in Jester. Oh, and here goes Caddy Waffis a little bit, gets it back on all fours. Definitely starting to take a little bit more risks throughout this run. Very long distance leap into the next obstacle. Can he save it? What a save for Julian DeShazier. For Julian DeShazier in Jester. Got 30 seconds left on the clock. He now just needs to amp it up a little bit higher. He already knows he has put the crowd on their feet. What else can he do? Might be going for that Morgan and Morgan backflip. Perfect landing into a moonwalk. Gonna go all the way to the containers. Definitely picked it up right at the end, Julian DeShazier in Jester. But either way, the question is, will that be enough to take the lead?
Yoo-hoo, PowerPoint boy, yoo-hoo.
Well, score swing in an 8.495 for Julian DeShazier in Jester. Well, coming up next is his other teammate, Corey New in Excalibur. Of course, any of the guys who really step into this truck, they tend to become very competitive. Seen some great highlights with this truck so far this season, but now it's got a new driver. The guy definitely has some potential to live up to the words of no guts, no glory. It's like he's backing up for something big on his first hit. And yes, he will! Massive launch to start it off. Almost went into the containers. Looks like he just barely kept them off. His 2 minutes has started, and that was a great run to start it off. Now, one thing you got to be careful about with those massive leaps is if you go too far into the wall, you might have to back up and thus lose a lot of momentum. But it looks like it hasn't affected him so far on the side. 2 BKTs. Sets it back down. He's got some great moves so far. Oh no, but he's in trouble. Oh, not gonna be enough. Nonetheless, what a short run or a short but sweet run for Corey New and Excalibur. not the scores that he wanted, a 5.496. Nonetheless, you gotta remember, the reason why he didn't get that score he wanted was because he didn't really fill all the time. So either way, I think if he fills time next time, he's definitely going to get a much larger number, possibly even get a win, especially with the momentum he had throughout that run. Well, here comes a guy who has really had an up and down season so far. Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash. Of course, like I said before, he beat Izzy Martinez and Son of a Digger, did not have the skills run he wanted. Rolled on his first hit, but either way, went right off the bat for his freestyle run with some huge air. Like I say, Trent Fung has a lot of pressure on him right now. This is a brand new truck, of course, and with a new truck, you really have a lot of pressure to make this thing a fan favorite. And but some of the moves he's done, either way, I mean, he's definitely shown that he can be an aggressive driver. I mean, this dude just goes no holds barred, but at the same time, it has really come to bit him in the rear on occasion. He's filled 30 seconds already, got 80 more to go. He's got kicked in that with a massive leap. Can he save it? Shifts it into reverse. What a recovery for Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash. Goes straight into the backflip. Almost over-rotated. Made sure to put it back down on the BKT tires. He's got a minute left in his regulation time. Well, okay, it's all regulation time. We no longer use bonus time. Got a great run so far. Definitely one of the better runs we've seen from him so far this season. Oh my goodness, he's in trouble again. Can he save it? Commentator's curse has struck again for Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash. Nonetheless, we gotta say one thing right now. I mean, that was a run, as short as it was. It put him on the map right there. Either way, though, imagine if he filled time. But still, what a run for Trent Fung in Sparkle Smash. Scores coming in a 7.847. Not enough to take the lead, but for a run that didn't fill as much time as desired, that is a pretty high score. Well, get those dogs out for Joshua Tavares in Monster Butt. Guys had some really good runs so far this season. He's had some good saves, some really good air. I think there's no doubt that before this season ends, he might get himself that well-deserved freestyle or skills win. Well, here it comes. He's got full speed ahead. It looks like he already knows what he wants to do. He's just going to go for it immediately. Starts it off with a great leap across the pond. Already got a lot of speed built up so far throughout this run. Oh, on two BKT tires, made sure to set it down. One thing I gotta say is this dude is really good with his truck awareness. He knows when to let off the throttle, when not to. And that's what's really got him some of those really good runs so far. And there you go, lifts it, launches it into a sky wheelie. I gotta say, he's got some good moves so far, but I think he definitely needs to pick it up if he wants to get that lead. He's built 30 seconds already, so he is going to get a score regardless. But nonetheless, that isn't going to matter if he doesn't fill at least half the time or more. I gotta say, man, he has got speed built up right now. That dog is hyper. And look at this. That's another thing you sometimes gotta do is you just gotta twist it. Oh my goodness. Hard landing on the roof. Can he save it? One of the more unique saves. Bit of a questionable save right there for Joshua Tavares and Monster Mutt. I mean, either way, they're going to let him keep going. But we got to remember, it can't just be saves like that. He's got to do a lot more to make sure that he can establish himself as not just a freestyle leader, but a freestyle winner. Got 30 seconds left on the clock. And he goes straight for the Morgan to Morgan backflip. A lot of speed built up over rotation. Isn't going to get on the front two BKT tires. Was not able to fill the time. Nonetheless, a good run for Joshua Tavares in Monster Butt. Scores are coming in for Joshua Tavares. It is going to be an 8.219. That will sit him in 5th place right now. We're currently winding it down. We've got some of the really heavy hitters. And right now, this is officially the only guy who can double down. Mark Culinary in Wildside. One racing earlier into the night. And with a move like that, he's definitely going to show he also wants to get that freestyle win too. 2 minutes have officially started. Another massive lead over the pod. Made sure to slow it down before he could go into the container. He definitely has some great truck awareness right now. Mark Culinary, as we like to say, the winningest driver in Sim Monsters history. With runs like he's throwing right now, he is definitely showing why. He's already filled 30 seconds, eligible for a score, and currently in contention for overall. With a run like this, I mean, let's just be honest, this is a guy who is clearly hungry for that double down right now. Mark Culinary, long-time veteran within Rigs Abroad's competition. And he's definitely showing that skill right now. He's got about a minute left in time. I mean, he is not slowing down for one hit, making sure every single hit he gets matters. Every single hit counts. And that slap wheelie is another example of what I mean. But again, he's also got to make sure he can fill as much time as possible. And I've got to say, right now, either way, he's going to get a good score. He is definitely keeping the fans on the seats. All these seats, not a single one being used, because they're all standing in praise for this guy. Mark Culinary going to do a cross-thread similar to what Keyshawn Pennyman did. But he let off a little bit, making sure it just went over, goes into the backflip. Another slight over-rotation, but it worked in his favor. He's got about 15 seconds on the clock, only a few more hits he can do. Gonna go end to over and back in all 4 BKT tires. What a run for Mark Culinary in Wildside. Looks like it's going to be one more hit. Oh, this whole combo, can he save it? No, he will not. They will shut him up before he gets the containers. But nonetheless, time has been filled for Mark Culinary and Wildside. Wow, what a crazy over-the-edge run that was. One thing you also got to remember, Team Overboard Racing is currently officially top 3. Maybe wondering, why am I saying top 3? Because we officially got a new leader. 9.123. Mark Culinary, Wildside. But here comes one of the more consistent men tonight, Alex Box in Megalodon. Alex Box made it all the way to the final round of racing, lost to Mark Culinary and Wildside. Wants to make sure Mark Culinary does not get that double down. definitely got a head full of steam right now. What is his first hit going to be? No more big air to start it off. Alex Box and Megalodon already showing why he is a potential champion. Already filled 10 seconds and is going absolutely crazy over everything. Is making sure to put this thing in as many situations as possible. Massive leap off the jammer, one of the biggest leaps from that jump so far. Alex Box and Megalodon, currently one of the contenders for the points lead. Making sure to hit every obstacle in front of him, just as long as the thing in front of him is not a container. Of course, build 30 seconds, more huge air. He's just going back-to-back banger after banger over every single jump. Almost dive-bombed it right there, but made sure to pull it back properly. Gotta say, this chassis has been absolutely perfect for him. It has worked in his favor almost every single time. He's got about less than a minute left. What else has he got to do if he wants to make sure he can cement himself as a potential freestyle winner tonight? It's like a slight lag spike for Alex Box and Megalodon. Ladies and gentlemen, this is definitely quite a predicament we are in. Currently experiencing some technical difficulties, but nonetheless, we will be back with all the exciting monster truck action very soon.